Okay, so what did you guys think?
Yeah, I thought it was good.
Yeah.
I thought some of the towards the end, it was good at the beginning. Towards the end, some of the lip singing fell out of time, and particularly in the towards the very end, it was very out of time. I think because the last bit of the video meant to have such an effect with the last couple words of the song, that bit was out, and it did detract somewhat from the quality of the overall video.
The first picture of her singing when she's on the left side is really good, but when later on in the music video, when it shows more of her body, it doesn't have the same effect as it did when it was the first. The first one was really good. Where she was at the beginning, where she sang that bit, was really, really good, but the bit when you see more of her body, it doesn't have the same effect, so you kind of lose that. And there's also one or two times where she looks down or up, and you lose that effect as well.
Okay.
So if she could just, if she was remaining just singing towards the camera the whole time, I'd say it would have, you'd still feel the effect for longer.
But if you're going to do that, make sure you have different angles, not the one same angle that you had, because the first scene, or the first shot, was of just of the face, and it was in that one angle.
Okay.
And it transitioned between the storyline as well. So make sure that you have like a variation of shots and a variation of angles, even if it is of that same, just the face shot, but at different angles.
Yeah, I thought the fade where you had her and then faded and you had the background shot of her, I thought that was really good. But there were some times where where you were going from her to the background story, there was a few there could have been more transitions, but in between it would have made it flow better because it jolted there sometimes. So.
The lighting of the actors is good though, and I liked when you made the opacity of one of the clips, you halved it so the clip in the background was prominent, which is good. It's good.
What did you guys think of the second storyline? So the girls getting bullied.
I don't think it was prominent enough in the video to have an effect.
Okay.
So if you'd used it a little bit more, maybe. But clearly the predominant story was her, and I don't think there was enough of the secondary story to make it have a great enough effect in the main.
Maybe some of the acting as well. Some of the acting wasn't really professional, because obviously they were quite young girls. So if you're gonna do it, make sure that they maybe have it scripted or something.
Okay.
I also think that I kind of got that it was kind of a bullying on her. And I thought maybe when you're going round a close up into the shots, I think you could have done that a bit better. Maybe look down on her and the lot, because that would show a sense of weakness, looking down on someone. So.
And also, there's one or two clips that are repeated.
Yeah, I was good.
When they come out from the door and they come and bully her, that kind of takes it away from the actual song.
Okay.
It's also when on that second storyline, you've got the clips thin. It's it doesn't take up the whole space of the shot. Like when it transitions between Jenny singing and the clip, I don't know what's happened, but the storyline and the second storyline has been cut. Like the picture's been cut. So if you try and make it where it's been elongated, so there's more continuity with regards to the video itself, then it might flow a bit easier, and then that might make it look a bit better.
I also think you're relying quite a lot on that secondary story, because you bring it in, or it's supposed to become more prominent at the turning point in the song where the song becomes more powerful, but that secondary storyline isn't powerful enough to go with the song.
Okay.
So that's when the song lifts, but the storyline doesn't lift with it. It becomes weaker as the storyline. As the song lifts, the storyline becomes weaker, if anything.
Okay. What did you think about the effects that are used? So obviously Jenny's is not the natural.
Like the lighting and the colour scheme.
The contrast was good. It was dark, but then it should have faded into a bit darker as well when you went into the past, the past background story, because it went kind of dark to light.
Okay.
So you could have maybe changed that contrast a little bit, or made it a transition to lighter.
But I think that first image of Jenny when she's singing, that's the best.
Yeah,
that's the most powerful.
I mean, you've got the binary opposites of dark and light, and the lighting is very good between that, but you have to keep it like that, because on that mid shot of Jenny, the lighting doesn't seem to work as well. It's not as effective.
Okay.
Because on that one shot, it's very powerful. When the lyrics become more powerful, if you use that same shot with a powerful shot and powerful lyrics, like with the music, it'll probably make it look more professional.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I also thought the contrast of the background story to Jenny herself, I thought it was a bit like going from dark to yellow kind of thing. I mean, I'm colourblind, so I don't really appreciate that true sense of it. For me, it kind of felt that it was just going yellow, black, yellow, dark, and I just couldn't really, like, it wasn't really amusing, if you think like per se, for me. I just felt it was a bit, like, repetitive and annoying.
Okay. Thank you.